This is the damage which has occurred in the areas of Bree Street in in the CBD in Johannesburg City. Some people say they had a huge blast and they were running for cover. As you can see, people are running everywhere. The roads were left in huge wreckage. As you can see, huge cracks, and a lot of people were injured. This was during the rush time when everybody was coming back from work. As you can see, people are left stranded. Some of the taxis they overturned, and you can literally see underneath the taxis. Most people in South Africa, in the area of Johannesburg, they use these taxis for transportation, to transport them from one place to another, from home to work, from work back home. This is the main mode of transport. Everyone seems to be taking pictures, as you can see, because everyone is wondering that what caused this blast. As it is now, we haven't really gathered enough information that we can really say what really transpired, what prompted this huge explosive which took place around Bree area, corner Bree and Rissik. This is near one of the big stations in Johannesburg's business central CBD, which is called Park Station. Park Station is not far away from this place, which is just a matter of a minute walk from where this chaotic event occurred. Some taxis, you can see, they're absolutely in rubbles. Some water pipes, as you can see, some water now is leaking. South Africa, as we know, they've been suffering from load shedding, and especially in the central, in the CBD, load shedding, where there's people they're spending hours and hours with no electricity. Everyone is wondering that what really transpired, and some were still debating. Some saying it could be an electric short circuit, but seems most from the report that we've obtained from one of the departments in South Africa, they said it's a gas pipe. They call it gas, which they use sometimes to illuminate, sometimes to use gas in so many things. We use gas to cook, we use gas to heat water, we use gas to in so many different things. This is absolutely a huge distraction, and as we know that the South African government, they've been struggling to sort out some of the infrastructure, and with all this damage, I think this is going to take a very, very long time, because right underneath these rubbles, there are some bunkers underneath there. There's some subways underneath there. We've got things like the underground trains, which they're not far away from this place. There is a possibility that as well, just next to this place, there's a park. Underneath that park, there's a bunker underneath that park, and there's another walkway with people that can walk underneath. If this could be a sinkhole, everyone is wondering that if it is a sinkhole, where did the blast come from? Which only leaves us with one conclusion, that this was a gas leakage which caused all this blast. People that seem to be looking for those who are injured to ensure that they assist those who are injured to extract them from these taxis, to ensure that no one loses their lives. People in this area, they're so united, even though sometimes you find all these Tutsis, sometimes they're trying to take advantage of the situation. They're trying to rob people and snatch things from other people, but looks like most people here, they're trying to help each other and to show love from each other and to ensure that no one is injured. This is a huge destruction, as you can see. Some taxis, they are left like in the island. They can't move no more. I think they'll really need something like a crane, which to ensure that they'll be able to move these taxis from all these rubbles. Some of the buildings were shaken, and some of these buildings, they're very, very old. Where if the government can do something, they are supposed to, to demolish some of these buildings, because once they have got this wreckage, this magnitude on this destruction, it worsens. It makes the buildings not to be safe for housing anybody in the CBD. But I know, because people, they're stranded, they need a place to stay, a place to live. So some, they will risk to go and live in those buildings, even though there are cracks in the buildings and everything. A lot of investigation will take place to ensure that they'll get at the bottom of this. If it's a gas pipe, then so that everything could be catered for, and they should bring some expertise to ensure that they sort this as soon as possible. As you can see, that this is a huge scale. As you can see, these big cars and these taxis are big. These are big taxis. It's not a small thing. If you see it overturning like that, that means the blast was just enormous. Everyone is shut at. Huge blast, and they were running for cover. As you can see, people are running everywhere.
In Johannesburg on Bree Street. Wow.
The roads are left in huge wreckage. As you can see, huge cracks, and a lot of people were injured.
The whole street, literally.
This was during the rush time,
Look at that
when everybody was going back from work. As you can see, people are left stranded. Some of the taxis, they overturned, and you can literally see underneath the